Greetings everyone, welcome back to Life of Us. I know it's been a while since I've done a segment, but I'm back and we're still plowing through all the new custom characters and builds for the D&D Adventure System board games. Today we're introducing a human psychic class. Her name is Ravani and she's from the bustling village of Ashnagiri. A lot of Indian influence in her character build. Character build is based off an existing Pathfinder class, but obviously tweaked for our benefit for our gaming module and gaming systems. So, from the bustling village of Ashnagiri, the alluring Ravani discovered the gifts of mind control and manipulation early on in life and used her abilities sparingly until one day when demons razed the village to the ground, causing her to unleash her full psychic powers on a path of vengeance. So, interesting backstory for this vengeful psychic warrior. AC of 14, HP of 6, speed of 6, and a surge value of 3. Fairly standard, sort of like a wizard build, the custom magic builds that you'd find within the game. Um, yeah, she's probably going to need some backup, but let's see what she's got in terms of her abilities and her powers. So her base ability is called Prescience. Once per turn at the start of your hero phase, you may look at the top 3 cards of either the encounter or monster decks and arrange them in any order. That is pretty damn powerful because it allows you to sort of skim through those decks and arrange them in a way that you know what's coming next. So she's got a really good set of prescient abilities, which ties into the psychic nature of this character. In terms of her power cards, she uses 2 unique powers, which is telekinesis and telepathy. Those are her 2 at-will powers. Then you can choose 2 daily powers and 3 utility powers. A lot of the builds that we've been doing lately allows the character to amp up the utility powers, and like I said, if you find that little OP, switch down to 2 utilities as per the standard game, but for the module and the campaign that we're building, which is going to be quite hard, um, we need to amp up these powers a little bit. So she gets 3 utility powers. Let's have a look at her next set of cards. Okay, so that's just the level 2, level 3, and level 4 character cards, which you'll find on my blog. You can have a look through that. I'm not going to get too much in that. Obviously, for level 3 and 4, there is the additional expert powers which you'll get, and we'll get to that in a second to have a look at her expert powers. And to level up to these levels costs either XP or coin, gold coin in this case. But let's have a look at her power cards. So Ravani's 2 base power cards are Telekinesis and Telepathy. They're both ranged attacks. The first one, Telekinesis, attacking one monster within 1 tile, and on a hit, move the monster 1 tile back in any direction, as you would expect from a telekinetic attack. Lifts you off the ground and pushes you back. Telepathy, which is a second base power, also a range attack, attack one monster within 1 tile. This one also dealing a +7 on the attack, but having the keyword of mesmerized, which we'll see in a second as to what that means. That's the back artwork of the at-will card. So let's have a look at the next cards. So this is the mesmerized tokens, as you'll see. There's also a mind trap token. We'll get to that as well as some card backs for expert powers. But the mesmerized card, which you see in front of you here, any attack with the mesmerized keyword has the following effect. You place X, or maximum of 3 mesmer tokens. So this little purple mesmer token that you see on the left hand side of the screen. Place any 3 mesmer tokens on any monster when attacking with an ability with the mesmerize keyword. A mesmerized monster cannot attack any hero and activates at the end of the current phase. Move the mesmerized monster 1 tile closer to the nearest monster and attack it with the mesmerized monster's attack. Hit or miss, remove a mesmer token from that monster card after the attack. Mesmerized monsters have -4 AC and villains cannot be mesmerized. So quite a bit to take in there, but essentially what that means is it's mind control for monsters. If you mesmerize or successfully mesmerize a monster, you can control it and make it attack other monsters. Hit or miss, the token is removed, but fairly cool, fairly neat power. Another character which I've been building, it uses this attack is the Malakazam, which we'll also get to in a second. We'll get to in the next installment. He also has some mesmerized abilities. And yeah, so that's it. Let's have a look at the next set of cards. Daily powers, we've got Mind Meld, Psychic Blast, and Teleportation. Mind melding can be quite exhilarating. It always reminds me of a perfect dance. That's what the flavor text says. Use instead of attacking during your hero phase. Any 3 heroes within 1 tile may immediately make an at-will attack. So you sacrifice your attack and allow uh, any 3 other heroes to make an at-will attack. That's pretty cool. Kind of mind meld between 3 heroes and forcing them to attack on your behalf. In Psychic Blast, this is straight out daily attack, doing 8 attack and 2 damage with a condition of dazed afterwards, and it allows you to attack 3 monsters within 1 tile. Teleportation, obviously we need to have a psychic with some teleportation abilities. Instead of attacking during your hero phase, use this card. Place up to 3 heroes on your tile on any square. So very tricky to get out of very sticky situations. If you really need to get to end of the map, you could use the teleportation card. Pretty awesome. The flavor text is actually quite funny. I've seen teleportations go wrong and it is never pretty. Just ask Two Finger Faisal. Yeah, teleportations could go wrong. Then some artwork for the back of the daily powers, and the last daily power card is called Mind Trap. So that token that we saw next to the Mesmer token on slide 2, slide 4 I think it was. Mind Trap says place the Mind Trap. There's a typo. It should be place the Mind Trap token on any square of your tile. Move any monsters within 1 tile onto the Mind Trap. Instead of activating, whenever that monster would activate, roll 1d20. If your roll is greater than the Mind Trap AC, remove the monster from the trap. Once all the monsters are free from the trap, flip over this card. Now that is pretty useful, particularly if you have a bunch of monsters in a tile ahead of you and you throw the Mind Trap at them and suddenly they find that they trapped within their own mind, kind of like an Inception type thing. And they'll be stuck there until whenever that monster activates, it rolls a successful it rolls something which is greater than the Mind Trap AC, and the Mind Trap AC I think is set to something like 12, so anything higher than that and they'd be free of the Mind Trap. Once all the monsters are freed from the trap, flip over this card. That's pretty cool. Let's have a look at the next set of cards, which are her utility powers. So there's quite a few utilities and she can select up to 3 of them. First one is Levitate. In our ashram, we are taught how to train the mind to act quickly, says the flavor text. Use it anytime. Place 3 HP tokens on Levitate. Remove X HP tokens to cancel any ranged attack targeting X heroes on your tile. So it only works for range attacks. And once all the tokens are used, you can this card gets flipped over. Pretty useful card for dodging attacks. Ease of Mind. Ease of Mind says use during your hero phase, forfeit your attack phase to regain 1 HP. Important thing to note about this card is it doesn't get flipped over. So at any time when you feel like not attacking, you cannot attack, choose not to attack, and instead gain HP back, which is useful for a character because she's not very buffed up in terms of HP. She's very fragile but also extremely powerful. Force of Mind. Moving an object with force requires mental strength and concentration, says Force of Mind. Again, use during your hero phase and place 3 HP tokens on Force of Mind. Remove X HP tokens to deal X damage to any monster on the tile when you use your telekinesis ability. So your base at-will ability, once it's used, you could dish out up to 4 plus the additional 1 damage of that to deal some serious damage to any monster on your card or within 1 tile. Next set of utilities is called Divination. Also place 3 HP tokens on this card and use it during your hero phase, and this one allows you to scrimshaw by re-rolling the die. Flip once all tokens are removed. So if you get a bad die roll, Divination is the card that you need. Or if you're constantly getting bad die rolls, Divination is the card that you need. Prophecy. Right, let's take a look at Prophecy. So similar to her base ability, which allows her to look at the encounter and monster decks, Prophecy allows you to explore X additional tiles from the dungeon stack, up to 3 extra tiles. So if you wanted to get through the tile stack as quickly as possible, you'd use a card like Prophecy. Brainwash. Brainwash says place 3 HP tokens on it. Remove X HP tokens to place X additional mesmerized token on a monster when using telepathy. So you get to control that monster a little bit more than what you would have controlled him initially with your telepathy ability. Very cool to buff up your telepathy ability with this, because you could have a monster as a pet for up to 4 or 3 turns if used correctly. Let's have a look at our expert powers now. First one is Psychic Shock, and that's quite a deadly attack. Attack one adjacent monster doing 5 damage with a 13 and a miss on dealing 2 damage, and if it hits, the monster is also immobilized. Epiphany says +4 to all attacks. Flip over after use. Pretty useful card. Then we've got Psychic Scream. Attack up to 3 monsters within 1 tile. If this attack hits, any monsters left are mesmerized. So again, very useful card. So that is Rivani, our human psychic, and I hope you have fun playing with this character. I'll probably spin it up in 1 or 2 new campaigns that I'm busy building, and have the artwork printed and cards printed soon. Until next time, folks, we'll be doing a few more character installments before we move on to monsters. But until then, thank you and have fun playing the D&D Adventure board games. See you all soon.